Hello, Sai. Very
Hi,
good
sir. Good
evening.
evening, sir. Yes, good evening, sir.
Very good evening. So, guys, today we will start discussing about Jenkins. Okay, what is Jenkins? Okay, why we use it? How the situation before the continuous integration, and what is the situation after the continuous integration? But what is this continuous integration? That and all we will discuss in our today's class. Even though it is a theory part, but I just want to keep some practical installations of Jenkins in different approaches. Okay, shall we start our session? All of you ready?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Jenkins. Jenkins is okay. So somebody asks you what is Jenkins, then how can you explain them what is a Jenkins? Jenkins is an open source project which was written in Java that runs on either Windows or Linux or Mac OS. So Jenkins is a platform, or Jenkins is a application which was designed and was developed, written in Java language, so that you can run this project, okay, on either Windows machines or Linux machines or even on the Mac operating systems also. Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. What is Jenkins? Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. CI means continuous integration, and CD means continuous delivery or deployment. Continuous delivery or continuous deployment. Okay. If somebody asks you, what is CI/CD? How can you explain CI/CD? CI/CD means it's a tool which was used to develop software development life cycle, STLs. Okay. So what is CI/CD? CI/CD means a continuous integration and a continuous delivery or continuous deployment here. Okay. So Jenkins is a open source project where you can install Jenkins on Linux machines, Windows machines, and Mac operating system. Now, Jenkins is a community supported and free to use. Means it has a community and you can use it for free of cost. There will be no charges applicable whenever you want to work with the Jenkins. Okay, so where you can download the Jenkins, how you can download the Jenkins here? Very simple. Open the browser. You just type here like Jenkins installation. Now you'll get the very first link here, that is installing Jenkins. Installing Jenkins. So if you select this installing Jenkins here, then you will go to the website and there you will find here Linux. Choose Linux. Okay. Choose Linux. And then it will show you the several Linux distributions here, like Debian or Ubuntu, Fedora, or Red Hat, okay, Linux. So as of now, suppose you want to work with the Ubuntu to install. So you have the Ubuntu machine. Yes, you can take the Ubuntu here. You can choose the Ubuntu here. Then it will take you to the Ubuntu steps. Now you can install the Java, because I told you, right, the Jenkins was developed and was written in Java language. So to run this application in backend, we need to give the Java support to the Jenkins application. That's the reason why we need to install the Java. So you can install the JRE here, or you can install the JDK also here. JRE means Java Runtime Environment. Only the Java JVM will be available. But we need to run our Java application with the help of the Java compiler also. So if you want to run your Java application by compiling and by executing, then you can go with the complete setup of default JDK or with a specified version with the JDK, so that you will get both Java compiler and as well as the JVM inside that one, so that you can run your whole application with that package. But you can see here only JRE is available. Okay, JRE will be supported with the Jenkins, but practically when we are implementing that, I will prefer to work with the JDK only. Okay, so at the ultimate goal here is you need to set up the Java version in your system whenever you want to work with your Jenkins. And then you need to install the Jenkins here. So to install the Jenkins, yes, these are all the steps that you need to follow here carefully. Now, in shortcut, you can call these as LTS. LTS means long-term support. And weekly release also will be there. But in our production servers, mostly we will go with the long-term support versions only. Okay, so LTS is chosen every 12 weeks. Okay, and this is for every week. Now, you just need to take all these steps here, copy this clipboard, and you copy this and you just paste it on your terminal. That can be on the that can be on the Linux or Mac OS. Okay, and once you set up everything, then you can see the install of the Jenkins will happen. Okay, will be done in your system, and you can access the Jenkins dashboard here. So let's see how we can do this in our class. Okay, so I'm just going with the AWS console here. So any one of you, please share your credentials in the Zoom chat. Okay, I will try to log in into your account and I will show you how practically we can install the Jenkins in different ways here. Okay. Yeah. So we have our AWS account now. I'm just choosing the EC2 here, and I'm going to create one Ubuntu instance. The name of the instance I'm mentioning here is Ubuntu as Jenkins. And then here I'm taking the Ubuntu AMI and the number of instances 1. And the instance type for me, T2 micro is sufficient. And the key pair I'm just creating here as Jenkins. Okay, I can choose either the PEM file or the PPK file. So this time I will go with the PPK file. Now click on create key pair. And network settings, I'm not going to create any new networks here. So I'm just going with the default network security. And here I can go with the security group. So choose all the protocols here like SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS. And here the storage is 8 GB. Okay, this is also sufficient for me. Now click on launch instance. Now once I launch the instance, now an instance will be created. Now I will connect with that instance using the public IP here. So choose the public IP. Now open the putty here. Choose the putty. Now once you have the putty, please copy the IP address and then choose the SSH here and then auth, credentials, click on browse and then choose the PPK file here. PPK means a putty private key. Now click on open. Now, okay. Why it is not connecting? So putty. Choose the IP address here. Authentication credentials, click on browse. Let me check. Oh, okay, now it is accepted. Okay, the default username here is Ubuntu. I'll just accept that one. No, I just want to increase the font size for the better view. Taking the bold 18, now click on OK and apply. I hope so. You all have the correct visibility of the screen. Is everything okay for you? The screen
Yeah,
view,
fine, sir.
the font size?
Yes,
Right.
Venkat.
Okay. Now I'm just updating the instance here. So the very first thing, the very first prerequisite to install the Jenkins, to run the Jenkins is the installation of the Java. So first of all, check whether Java is available in my Ubuntu machine or not. The Java space hyphen hyphen version, okay, it is telling you that it is unable to recognize Java as a command, which means there is no Java here. So let's install the JDK here, okay. But you can see here JRE is visible, okay, but I just want to go with the JDK. Now, you just type Java, see? Now you can see the visibility of the default JDK. Just take that and install the default JDK with -y version. So it won't ask you or it won't prompt you again to go further. So I'm installing the JDK. Once I install the JDK, I will check the Java version. At the same time, I will check Java C is running or not. At the same time, I will check Java is also running or not. Okay, let it complete this installation process. So as of now, I'm just installing the latest version of the JDK here by choosing the default JDK installation in my Ubuntu machine. Yeah, 96% is completed. Now, let's check the Java version here, Java hyphen version. Okay, and you can check Java C here. Okay, now you can check Java also. Yes, both are running. Now, so we successfully completed the Java installation. Now, the next thing here is we need to set up the Jenkins here. So you can set up the Jenkins by taking the instructions from the official website of the Jenkins here. Okay. So you just take the copy of this. And then just install this. So you are now installing the Jenkins here. Now the Jenkins installation is happening. Once the installation completed, then we will check the Jenkins version here. Okay, fine. Now, this is what your Jenkins installation. Now it's time for us to access the Jenkins dashboard. So remember one thing, the Jenkins will always be running on a port number of 8080. So to enable this 8080 in your console, in your AWS console, go to the security. Under the security, you will be having inbound rules. And in this, you will find all traffic. So we need to enable the all traffic here. So just go to the AWS console. And here it is. Click on the security. And then choose the security group here. Edit the inbound rules. Click on add a rule, all traffic. And then save rules. That's it. Now you just go to the instance page and then copy the IP address of your instance, open a new tab, paste the IP address, and remember one thing, the Jenkins will be running on a listening port of 8080. So you just mentioned 8080. Now enter. Now, if Jenkins is installed and was active, then directly you can see the dashboard of your Jenkins. Okay, once you have the Jenkins dashboard here, now it is asking you to unlock the Jenkins here. So unlocking the Jenkins means retrieving the password. So to retrieve the password, you just take this particular path, go here, use the cat command. We know what is a cat command. You can use nano command also, or you can use vi command also. Okay, if I take nano, paste that path, it will show you some password here. Just take that and paste the password here. Once you completed that, you click on the next step. You don't need to save anything here, okay? Now you will find two options here. One is install suggested plugins, install selected a plugin. I just want to install the complete plugin setup with my Jenkins. So I'm choosing the very first option here, like install suggested plugins. It was going to complete the process by installing all the plugins, by adding all the plugins. You can see all the plugins here. Okay. Okay. Now you just go to the create username. Okay, you can provide any information here. Okay, you can define any name. It is not no need to be a confirmed information or something. You can just provide any information. I'm just going to provide demo, 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 demo at Gmail, some dummy name. Okay. Now click on save and continue. Now, okay, you just go with the save and finish button. Okay, so this is what our Jenkins dashboard. Okay, guys, this is how you can install the Jenkins in your Ubuntu machine. The same process, the same way of installation, you can do it with your Windows machines also. Okay, right. Now we will try to do it in our Windows machines also. But up to here, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right.
Anyone have any questions?
Even we are installing that Java, right? So parallel we can, we have some specific C++, C# as well, Python. In that also, right? The platform, the scripts.
I didn't get your point. Can you tell me again?
ఇప్పుడు జావా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశారు కదా మీరు.
Okay.
సో జావా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన తర్వాత జావాతో పాటు పైథాన్, జెంకిన్స్ లో పైథాన్ ఉంటది, C# ఉంటాయి, ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయిగా.
You didn't understand the point here. No, listen to me first of all. The Jenkins has to run means backend, you need the Java support. Okay, because Java is required to run the Jenkins. That's why we install the Java here. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. That is a basic prerequisite. To run the Java, you need the JDK. Without JDK, you cannot run any Java applications. The same thing.
Yeah, parallel we need to, is it possible to run that Python, C# and backend as well?
Are you not understanding my point? My point is very clear that the Jenkins is a software. If you want to run that Jenkins software, you need the Java support.
Okay, first we need Java support for that.
First thing is Java support only you need that. If you want to run a Python, you want to run any COBOL or whatever it may be, you just set up that one in your instance. But based on that application. But Jenkins is an application that will be running with the help of the JDK only. Okay. So we need the JDK. That's a basic need for the Jenkins. Without the JDK, Java Development Kit, you cannot work with your Jenkins. Okay. Right? Fine. Okay. So here we should add a point. Jenkins will run on the port number 8080. Because this is what your default port number. This is your default port number of Jenkins. This is your default port number of Jenkins. Okay. Clearly understood the Jenkins installation here. Anyone have any confusion still?
Understood, sir.
Right. Priyanka, just hold on for a minute. Okay, I will explain him in Telugu. Okay, you
Yes.
understand the point, right? అంచి మీకు జావా సెటప్ లేకుండా మీరు పైథాన్ గురించి మీకెందుకు? మీ పైథాన్ యూస్ చేసి జెన్కిన్స్ ని డెవలప్ చేయలేదు కదా, దాన్ని డెవలప్ చేయడానికి ఏం యూస్ చేశారు? జావానే యూస్ చేశారు. సో ఒక జావా అప్లికేషన్, బేసిక్గా ఒక జావా అప్లికేషన్ని మనం రన్ చేయాలి అంటే జావా సెటప్ ఉండాలి. సో జెన్కిన్స్ అనేది ఒక జావా అప్లికేషన్. జావా అప్లికేషన్ రన్ చేయడానికి జావా లేకుండా పైథాన్తో ఏం పని మనకి? అది పైథాన్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ? ఐ క్లియర్లీ మెన్షన్ హియర్ దట్ జెన్కిన్స్ ఇస్ అన్ అప్లికేషన్ విచ్ వాస్ రిటర్న్ అండ్ డెవలప్డ్ ఇన్ ద జావా లాంగ్వేజ్. సో ఒక జావా అప్లికేషన్ రన్ చేయడానికి we need the JDK. అదే బేసిక్ ప్రీ రిక్విసిటీ. అండ్ ప్రీ రిక్విసిటీ అంటే ఏంటి? ముందు కావాల్సిన ఒక రిక్వైర్మెంట్ మనకి. ఓకే, ముందుగా మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటంటే జేడీకే. నేను జెన్కిన్స్ ని రన్ చేయాలి అంటే యూ నీడ్ ద జేడీకే హియర్. జావా కావాలి. సో దట్స్ ద రీజన్ వై ఫస్ట్లీ వీఆర్ ఇన్స్టాలింగ్ ద జావా హియర్. జావా ఇన్స్టాల్ అయిన తర్వాత దెన్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ విత్ ద జెన్కిన్స్. ఓకేనా? ఈ జెన్కిన్స్ ముందు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి రన్ చేయాలన్నా రన్ అవ్వదు. ఎందుకంటే అది ఏమంటది అంటే జావా లేదు కదా అంటది. If you didn't install JDK and you directly install the Jenkins will be installed, but it won't run.
Okay.
When it will run, if you have the basic prerequisite of Jenkins, that is Java installation, then only you can able to run that one.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Right. Yeah. Now, so this is what our Jenkins. There is an alternative way. There is an alternative way to install the or to work with the Jenkins. I mean, you no need to install the Jenkins because Jenkins itself is a web application. Jenkins itself is a application. It's just like a Java application. So you can run that Java application by deploying that application. Okay, by deploying that application into the web server. Whenever you want to deploy your Jenkins directly as a web application, yes, you can deploy that one. Okay, you can deploy that one using the web servers. So what are the list of web servers we already work, like Tomcat, Apache 2, Nginx, HTTPD web server. And so you can deploy that application, okay, into that web servers, and you can directly access that Jenkins dashboard here directly with the help of the web server. You can do like that also. Okay, you can work like that also. So different approaches to install the Jenkins. So let's see the second approach. Okay, let's see the second approach. That is how to deploy the Jenkins application into the most popular web server, that is Tomcat server, which is nothing but a Tomcat server. Okay, shall we start working with that?
Yes,
Let
sir.
me create a
Yes,
new instance here. Let me create a new instance. And then I will give you one task. All of you should do that task. Okay, all of you should do that task. That is completely a real-time task. Okay, let's create a new instance here. So in meantime, I just want to terminate this instance. And I'm going to create a new instance here. Launch instance. Jenkins Tomcat Ubuntu. I'm just creating only one instance here, and I'm choosing the Ubuntu here. And then here I'm choosing the T2 micro, and I'm just using the same key pair here. Jenkins. And I'm going to use the same existing security group here. Okay. Yeah. And the storage here is 8 GB. That is fine. Yeah. Now launch the instance. So firstly, what I want to do here is I want to install the Tomcat server. And for this Tomcat server also, the prerequisite is 88, sorry, the prerequisite is Java only. So we need to install the Java in our instance to work with the Tomcat server. So I'm just opening the new party tool here. Okay. I'm pasting the IP address here, SSH, auth, credentials, and then just loading the key pair, run OK, accept. Now here you can see the Ubuntu, enter, and I just want to change the font size for the better view. Yes. Now clear the screen. Okay, switch to the super user and just update the instance here. Apt update -y. Okay. So now first of all, we will install the JDK. So just type Java C here. It will give me the list of instructions. So in that I can go with any one of this. -y. Okay, done. You can check here Java C. And here also you can see Java C. That's fine. Now let's try to get the Tomcat server. Okay. So Tomcat, just download the Tomcat version here. Okay, any version you can take. I'm taking Tomcat 11 here. And you can see zip. Now copy the link address. Just come here and use the wget command and directly download that particular zip file in your instance. I can see that we have the zip folder. Now to unzip this one, okay, we need to install the unzip package. Okay, unzip Apache. It is telling you that there is no installation of unzip. So I just want to install the unzip here. Okay, done. Now click on clear. Now I just want to, okay, unzip this one. You just take ls, unzip. Okay, what is that application name? It's Apache Tomcat. Now it is going to unzip that one. Now clear the screen and just type ls. Okay, you can see the blue color, which is a extracted folder. Now I need to start the Tomcat server here. So cd Apache. Okay, cd bin. Okay, ls. You can see the list of files here. From that in the list of files, I just want to work with the catalina.sh and as well as a startup.sh here. So I just want to give the complete privileges to this both of these files. chmod plus x, okay, Catalina dot sh. Now in the same way, chmod plus x startup dot sh. Okay, now you just type ls here again. Okay, you can see Catalina dot sh was enabled and startup dot sh was enabled, but previously both are not enabled. Once you given the ownership, okay, the permissions, then only this will be enabled. Now just clear the script. Just type ls. Now run this script file Catalina.sh. Okay, and here, okay. Now just clear the screen and then startup.sh. Okay, it is showing me that a Tomcat was started here. Okay, now let's try to access the Tomcat server. So to access the Tomcat server, we should enable the port numbers. Okay, so I'm just going to the new tab, and here I'm just checking the inbound rules. Okay, all traffic is enabled. Okay, good. And now I'm just try to access the Tomcat dashboard. Okay, so here the Tomcat will be running on the port number like 8080. Okay, you can see, please observe here. You should make a note of this one. Jenkins will be running on the port number of 8080. Tomcat is a web server that will be running on the port number of 8080. Just assume like this. You have a system and you have a requirement like, okay, you need in that system, already there is a Jenkins application running. But you have a requirement like, okay, you need to set up the Tomcat server, and in the Tomcat server, again, you need to deploy the Jenkins as a web application. But remember, Jenkins is running on the port number like 8080. But by default, the Tomcat server also will be running on the 8080 port number. Jenkins is already an established application. Okay, it's already available, it's already established, it's already running. But the new one is a Tomcat server where you are installing it newly, but it is running on the port number like 8080. Now, my requirement here is you have to change the port number of Jenkins from 8080 to 8085, and Tomcat the port number should be 1990, and you have to check whether the Jenkins will be running with the new port number 8085, and Tomcat should be running on the port number like 1990 here. This is what I am giving a work to you. Complete this work by tomorrow. Okay, but here I'm not telling you how to change the port number and everything. You should do that by tomorrow session. You should be ready with that work. Okay, got it clearly? Now, so here we have the Tomcat server, which is running fine. Now, I just want to deploy the Jenkins application here. So how to deploy the Jenkins application here? So just come out of this bin folder, just type ls. There you will find a web folder here called as a web apps. So cd. Okay, before going with this one, you just give the full permissions for this one because we are going to deploy the application into this folder. Okay. Web apps. Okay, right. Now you just go inside the web apps. Now try to deploy the Jenkins application directly into the Tomcat server. So how you can do that? Okay, so Jenkins download. Okay, there you will find the downloading one. Okay, you can download .war file. Just take this, copy the link address, and then you just go with this wget command here, copy the link, directly download that WAR file into the web apps folder. Now just type ls. Okay, you can see the Jenkins.war was running here. I mean, was deployed here, was downloaded here, and it was extracted here automatically. Now, to access this one, okay, you just do one thing. What is the application name? Jenkins is the application name. Just enter. Now it has to take you to the Jenkins dashboard. Okay, it's very simple, right? You can deploy your Jenkins web application into a web server here. So there are two different ways to set up the Jenkins in our machines. One is direct installation. The second one is deploying it as a web application into the web server here. And the rest of the thing is very common. You just take this whole path, go here. Okay. Use a cat command. Okay, just take this and then paste it. Now just run this. Install suggested plugins. Getting started. Okay, it is downloading all the plugins for your Jenkins dashboard. Yes, okay, you can add anything here like Asha, 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 Asha. Now click on save and continue here. And click on save and continue. Now click on save and finish. And then start using Jenkins here. This is how we can set up the Jenkins dashboard here. Clearly understood, everybody? Anyone
So-
have any questions?
Yes.
Yes, I have one question. Like web server Tomcat is also running on the port number 8080, and inside this application Jenkins, this is also running on the same port number 8080.
Yes, that
How
is
is
a
it possible?
no. Here you are no. See, here we are deploying this application as a web application. Okay,
Okay.
you are taking it as an application. You are not installing the Jenkins here, right? If you
Okay.
install the Jenkins, then the Jenkins will be running on the port number 8080. Installation is not happening here. You're directly keeping your application as an application into your Tomcat server. Tomcat is running this as an application, not as an installer. If you are installing that one, in the standard way, it will occupy a port number like 8080. But here, Jenkins is not installing here. Jenkins is acting as an application only, which is running by the Tomcat server. Just to think like this, some developer application the application was developed and he deployed that application here. The same way, Jenkins is an application which was designed by some developer and we are deploying that application into our Tomcat server. But then there is no need of port number here because this application will be running with the port number of the Tomcat server only. Physically, if you are installing the Jenkins, then it will be needed for the port number 80.
If installed separate, then there it will play and
Then there is a
play like
port number 8080. But you are not installing here. You didn't install apt install Jenkins here, right?
that. Right.
You didn't install that one. You're just keeping it, you just deployed that as an application in a Tomcat server. So Tomcat will run that one. Because it is a Java based application, so you have the Java application and it is giving the support to run that Jenkins.
Okay, understood.
Okay?
Okay.
Right. Okay. So I hope so you all understood it clearly what is Jenkins. Okay. And I hope you understand my requirement also. By tomorrow, you have to complete that assignment. Okay. And do your documentation on that. A clear-cut documentation on that. Okay. Thank you. I hope so. You all enjoyed my session. Okay. Thanks for your time. And we will see in the next class tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Venkat.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you.
Praveen.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye, sir.